I had a rather curious experience. The other day, a navy blue pickup truck pulled up in front of this house. Never seen it before, didn't recognize it. Tinted windows. Dark tinted windows. A few minutes later, Willie, the guy that lives on the other side of this wall, knocks on Vincent's door. I think strongly suspect is understating it. Vincent is a drug dealer. He's not only a drug dealer, he's also a drug doer. He's a junkie, and that's how he supplements his income, right? Survives the government shutdown, which is curious in itself. Why would the government deliberately increase crime? Why would the government enact policies that increase crime? Hmm. Anyway, because it's run by criminals, right? Hmm. Sorry, I got a caffeine pill underneath my lip. So Willie knocks on Vincent's door. And to me, that's odd because the only time anyone really knocked on Vincent's door was Dean, who definitely was a drug dealer and a drug doer, a junkie. He might have died, or he might be in recovery from his most recent overdose. But it's actually really easy to do this forensic psychology stuff when it's so obvious and they're not being like secret about it. Dean at one point figured out that I was detecting what he was doing and he tried to be secretive, but the drugs impaired his cognition to the point where he couldn't be. He tried knocking a little quieter. I could hear him, but Vincent couldn't to, avoid my detecting his knocking. Anyway, Will knocks on the door, goes in Vincent's room because I open my door thinking, oh, right, somebody's knocking on Vincent's door. Is Dean back? And Will gave me the look on his face that he thought that I thought somebody had knocked on my door. It's a very short, a small enclosed space, very short distance between the doors. So goes in, doesn't take maybe 5 minutes at most, and then goes back out. Truck drives away. Now, to me, this was an obvious drug deal. I didn't actually see the drugs, but I've actually taken pictures in Vincent's room, which is why he stopped letting me in his room, of the drugs he was doing. Marijuana at that point, but anyone who does weed does other drugs. It's a gateway drug effect. It's real. It's a real thing. Cocaine, heroin, methamphetamine, fentanyl. It's curious to me how blatantly obvious these marijuana pushers are with their lies, to where the increase of cannabis legalization policy shifts in states since 2012, roughly 2010, around there, shows an increase in fentanyl, methamphetamine, heroin, just all kinds of hard drugs and overdose deaths and the mental health crisis. Now, these people have a lot of money, so they are in cahoots with Google. I'm not sure who's controlling who, but Google suppresses this data and skews it a lot. Misdirection, misrepresentation, false attributions, etc. But I I ended up asking Will about it, and he lied right to my face. I said, it was the navy blue pickup truck the other day, and then why were you knocking on Vincent's door? And his response was, oh, I had a dentist appointment, and I had the transportation set up and everything, and I missed my ride. And I'm thinking, that explains nothing. That doesn't explain the navy blue pickup truck or why did you have to go in Vincent's room if you had a ride to the dentist office? Did you leave your teeth in his room? And, it didn't take a forensic psychology degree to figure out he was lying to me. But then I watched the show Cops, an old episode, the Albuquerque and Nashville episode. And I realized that cops have people lying right through their teeth, straight to their face, looking them in the eyes all the time. Like one, they found a plastic bag on the guy's person in one of his pockets full of paraphernalia. There was marijuana, crack cocaine, little alcohol bottles, syringes, multiple crack pipes, Brillo pads, pushers, right? Broke off a car antenna to push it through the pipe. The guy looks at the cop. That ain't mine. Man, shit, I swear that ain't mine. Somebody must have planted on my person. I don't know what that is. Even though the cop pulled him over because they stopped in front of a crack house. And yeah, you could just see the cop's face. And there's a lot of incidents like that on that show where I am amazed that the officer can keep a straight face. The level of professionalism from some of the officers is very impressive because it's just some of the most retarded bullshit people tell the cops, and the officers are, they have this look on their face like, mm-hmm, yeah, okay, uh-huh.